The first 5 day trial I booked, made about 3,000 on the trial. And ever since then, it's been very, very consistent all the way up till to now, doing 15,000 just this
Hmm.
month alone.
Crazy, man. Now you're doing
Yeah.
15,000 a month. You're on
Yeah.
track for 150, $200,000 a year. You have to actually track. So, man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. What was the biggest challenge you were facing before joining the program?
The biggest challenge I would say is
Hey, everybody, what's going on here? Rayon here. I'm the owner, founder, CEO of Rocket Detailer. Today, I'm here with one of our recent successful, great clients and partners, Major Houston out of South Carolina, Greenville area. And he's here today to share about how he went from barely doing a couple $1,000s a month in his mobile detailing business, no clear path or direction of growing it, to now this month, he just hit a $15,000 month. And we only spent 919 on ads for the whole month. There's no deleted campaigns. If I go to deleted,
yeah,
919. And we turned it into 15. How much of that 15,000 was from Rocket Detailer?
14,300.
Wow. So he's here today to share about how he went from barely making a couple two, three, 4,000 a month before
Yep.
to now he's able to say he did a $15,000 month.
Yep.
Welcome, Major Houston. Everybody give it up for him. Good to have you on, man. Just tell the people about you, your story, what do you do, where are you located? Share the people some context about you.
Yeah, so I started off about a year ago now. When I first started, it was in the wintertime. It was real cold. I started out in my little Hyundai Sonata. I had a small little sedan, and I just brought a few things with me. I had a friend who had a dealership, so I practiced on a few cars there. And I started doing a lot of door knocking and, a lot of the flyers, all those type of things, placing out signs. That got me a fairly consistent, enough to where I was able to quit Chick-fil-A, and kind of go into this full time. I was still having trouble getting like a consistent customer basis. It was very sporadic. And I worked with a different company at one point, and they still kind of they're just doing things that I wasn't okay with, and it was weird to work with them, to say the least. But yeah, so I started working with Rocket Detailing. Then it was ever since I the first what we did the five you did the 5 day trial. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first 5 day trial I booked, more than I probably had in the past 2 months before them. And I believe I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but it was, I want to say, about 3,000 on just the trial, or so
Let's go. That's
somewhere
huge.
around there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Made about 3,000 on the trial.
Hmm.
And then ever since then, it's been very, very consistent all the way up till to now, doing 15,000 just this
Hmm.
month alone.
Crazy, man. What was the biggest challenge you were facing before joining the program?
The biggest challenge I would say is just the consistency. Like I would finish the detail, and I would do a lot of door knocking to make sure that I tried to stay booked for the rest of the week. And so it's nice, working with Rocket Detailing, because I don't have to really, do the door knocking. The people come in to me, and I get the consistent leads, and it's nice to close, easy to close, good price. Yeah.
Love him. And yeah, Rocket Detailer took you from two, 3,000 a month to 15,000 in 3 months. That's crazy. Where do you think you would be today, Major, if you hadn't joined the Rocket Detailer program?
I'd say probably probably making about 7 times less than that. Maybe doing door knocking at the moment right now.
Did you love the door knocking? Were you jumping up excited every day to do door knocking, or how was it?
I did not mind it. I love the grind. I love to work hard, and so door knocking wasn't necessarily the worst thing to me, especially because I started out of my love for, just like nice cars. And so door knocking meant that, like, I could go up to someone's nice Mercedes and then get to talk to them and get into their head a little bit. But, it's tiring, of course. It's tiring. So I wouldn't say it was a love. I wouldn't say a love, but it was something that I had to do.
No, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Door knocking is, you can make a lot of money doing it. It's just why go through that if there's easier ways?
Yeah,
And
100%.
why did you choose to partner with Rocket Detailer over anybody else out there?
I would say that probably the biggest thing was because I had worked with a different company before, and I had like a kind of harder experience. I think the trial was probably the biggest thing for me, knowing that, like, I got to see how y'all worked and see that you produced good results. And then be able to choose. Like I think that that's this one of the smartest things, first of all, but also real comfortability with me.
How would you describe the overall experience, results, everything in general from whoever you were working with before versus at Rocket Detailer?
I would say my overall experience with Rocket Detailing compared with and other companies that I've worked with, definitely, well, first of all, lots of check-ins, which I love. It's always nice to, double check in with me, make sure I'm doing okay. They call me multiple times throughout the month, all the time. And so that's for one, that was a big difference. Before it was with the other company I worked with, it was mainly like a text like once or twice, and I had to like reach out, and if I did reach out then I wouldn't really hear back like immediately or at least within 24 hours or so. I think the biggest difference is just the like freedom that I get to have with Rocket Detailing. They send me the leads, and then how I manage the leads is completely up to me, and I really really like that a lot as compared to the one before. Like they had kind of like tracked the leads, and then they had like a bot or something that would like text the leads, but it was not like it was still in the works. And so it was there's just there's like I didn't feel like I had full control over my business. And so I feel like Rocket Detailing is they have it set up exactly how, marketing or well, customer management and everything like that should be kind of laid out.
Man, that's awesome. What about the results?
Yeah, the results with Rocket Detailing have definitely been way above what I expected. I didn't expect much going into it, like I said, because the other team that I worked with wasn't really getting me the best results. And so I figured that was kind of maybe consistent across other teams. And so working with Rocket Detailing, I found that getting not only immediate results, but also getting consistent results for the entire time all the way through has been extremely a blessing. And then, even of course hitting 15,000 in profit is it's just been crazy.
Wow, man, love it. What's your favorite part about the program?
My favorite part with working with Rocket Detailing is definitely the freedom. People that bring in leads, but I'm not as big of a fan when it's like they have to control the leads there and control the leads here, and you have to like talk to them a certain way. And so that one I'm not too big of a fan. But I like how like I'm completely like I was able to hire somebody else and then that handles the leads for me. Like I love the free. It's just it's exactly how I'd want it to work. Yeah.
I love it. I love it, man. That's awesome. How has your life personally changed since getting these results?
For me personally, I've had way more freedom, especially with being able to hire somebody else. I have a van now working with Rocket Detailing. I have a van now, and I have my employee that works out of it. And so it's given me way more freedom to, I can, even if I didn't do a detail for 3 days straight, I'm still bringing in profit. All I have to do is just make sure that I'm keeping up with the leads and giving them to him. That's definitely been the biggest part, the biggest change in my life.
How long have you been in business this with this detailing company?
Yeah, since October of last year. So I'm just about finishing 1 year.
So from October of last year to August of this year, the most you've been able to hit average was about 2 to 3 thousand a month.
Yeah, yeah.
And within what did we do in sales in your first full month with us in September last month? Date
So
range?
this is the number right here, but it's a little bit higher because of my Venmo. That's
That's
October.
right. So you have about another couple thousand in Venmo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we go to September.
Hmm.
This is most of this is let's see, September.
Yeah.
September, you did how much? I think you did. I think we brought you.
It says only 6,000, but like I said, this is now I've been more consistent with keeping it all on Square, and so that's why this number is
You,
way higher.
you need to, man.
Um,
You're making a ton of money now. Now you have to
yeah,
start worrying about taxes. Before you didn't.
yeah. You see,
Well,
I've slowly more and more been more consistent with
you have to
with
because
the
otherwise you can't manage.
yeah,
With all the sales you're getting, when people work with us, they have to start worrying about taxes,
100%.
tracking. But before you don't have to worry about any of that because you were barely making any money. You could keep it all in your head. Now you're doing
Yeah,
15,000 a month. You're on
yeah,
track for 150, $200,000 a year. You have to actually track. So man,
yeah.
that's awesome. Where do you think you'd be today if you hadn't joined the program?
If I hadn't joined Rocket Detailing today, I would probably be still hitting those, $1,000, $3,000 months, and still trying to go out and door knock and just doing all the basic marketing strategies. I would say I was definitely a lot more like lost before. I didn't really know the right. I had a good mindset, and in terms of, I've been doing this for, I started about a year ago, and I've, even though I've had those low months, I've still kept on trying to work really hard, but I didn't know exactly how where I should put it and put my efforts into. And so Rocket Detailing definitely narrowed down how I want to work. Yeah.
Okay. No, man, that's awesome. Imagine there was someone watching this right now and they were on the fence about doing the trial or moving forward after the trial. If we accepted them on as a partner, if we gave them an opportunity to work with us, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, if you're on the fence about working with Rocket Detailing, or you're about to go into the trial, I would say there's really nothing to lose, because most of the time they're very fair. Like that's another one of my favorite things working with Rocket Detailing. Very fair. Like they said, they'll give you a refund if they don't want it, and so the things just like that. That's just the simple things like that. You quite literally almost have nothing to lose, because you're going to make, like, I made $15,000 in just this month alone. That doesn't compare to if I'm worried about the price of working with them or anything like that. And so really genuinely, you don't really have anything to lose from.
How did you make sense of the investment to work with us? Because Rocket Detailer is a premium provider in the detailing space. We are not cheap, as you know, working with us. I mean, honestly, I still feel like it's a steal of a deal, right? Because just of how much money we make people. How did you make sense of the investment?
Yeah, so I definitely made sense of the investment working with Rocket Detailing through the trial. Like I was saying, the trial showed me how much money they could bring in and what could come. And so being able to see those numbers, like, it just made sense to eat, no matter how much the cost it was working with y'all. It just made sense to go ahead and make that investment, make that jump, just to because you're going to get the return back, even if it does take a little, if it takes some time. In my case, it took me no time at all, but yeah, you're going to get the investment back.
Love it, love it. Would you say this is one of the best things you've ever done in your mobile detailing business, or the best thing?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
That's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool, man. I appreciate you sharing that. Everybody, give it up for Major Houston. Thank you for coming on. If you're on the fence about booking a call with my team to see if you qualify to work with us or anything like that, go to rocketdetailer.com. Just book, doesn't hurt. See if you qualify, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much, Major.